Have you ever just looked around and wondered why some people seem to have all the luck? It feels like you're sailing against the wind, while they just catch every good break. Well, Dr. Joseph Murphy's classic work suggests the answer isn't out there in the world, it's deep inside our own minds. So today, we're going to explore how to take command of that inner world to change our outer world.
So let's just dive right into life's great mystery. It's a contradiction we all see every single day, and it's a question that has puzzled people for centuries. It really gets to the very heart of what it means to be human.
It all boils down to this one fundamental question. We see it everywhere, right? Two people. Maybe they have similar backgrounds, similar education, but their lives go in completely different directions. One finds joy and success, and the other just seems to find struggle and sadness. What is the hidden variable here?
And it doesn't stop there, does it? The questions just get deeper. Why does one person get miraculously healed from something doctors called incurable, while another person doesn't? Why do so many genuinely good, kind people seem to suffer so much? And on the flip side, why do some people who seem to live without any moral compass, why do they seem to thrive and have perfect health? It can feel so random, so unfair. But Dr. Murphy was absolutely convinced there is an answer, and it lies in how our own minds work.
So, where does the answer to these huge questions lie? Well, it all starts with understanding a simple but totally revolutionary idea. You don't just have one mind. You actually have a mind with two incredibly distinct functions. Getting this is the key that unlocks the whole mystery.
This analogy of a ship is honestly the perfect way to understand it. Just picture your conscious mind as the captain on the bridge of a ship, okay? It's the part that thinks, that reasons, that makes decisions, and gives the orders. Now, your subconscious mind, that's the crew down in the engine room. And here's the thing about the crew. They don't ask questions. They don't reason. They just carry out the captain's orders faithfully and automatically. They will literally steer the ship straight into an iceberg if that's what the captain commands. So the crucial point is, who's giving the order?
Here's another powerful way to look at it. You are a gardener. Your conscious thoughts, those are the seeds. And your subconscious mind, that's the fertile soil. And it will grow whatever seeds you plant in it, whether they're seeds of success and joy or seeds of fear and failure. It doesn't judge the seeds, it just grows them. Period.
Okay, so we get it. Our thoughts are the commands, they're the seeds. But how does the subconscious decide which ones to follow, which ones to grow? Well, it all operates on one single, incredibly powerful law, a universal principle that governs the whole shebang.
It's called the law of belief. And it's simple. Your subconscious mind doesn't care if a belief is true or false, good or bad. It only responds to what your conscious mind accepts as true. And listen, this is the most important part. It is not the thing you believe in that brings results. It's the belief itself in your own mind. That conviction, that's the trigger.
And here's exactly how that belief turns into your reality. It's not magic, it's a process, a simple three-step process. First, your conscious thinking mind accepts an idea as true. Step 2, your subconscious takes that idea as a direct command, no questions asked. And third, it works tirelessly, 24/7, using all of its incredible power to make that command a reality in your life, as a condition, an experience, or an event.
Let me tell you a quick story from the book that shows this perfectly. So there's this university student, and she sees this really expensive travel bag that she absolutely falls in love with. Now, her first automatic thought is that old familiar one. I can't afford that. But then she remembers this principle. She stops, and she consciously reverses that negative thought. And instead, she starts repeating to herself, that bag is mine. It's for sale. I accept it mentally.
And get this, that very same evening, her fiancé shows up and gives her the exact bag as a gift. Now, the magic wasn't in the bag or even in the fiancé. The crucial point here, the thing to really get, is that she accepted it mentally. By changing the order she was giving from I can't afford it to it's mine, she handed her subconscious a brand new blueprint to work from, and it just found a way to deliver.
Okay, so this is all great, but it brings up the most important question of all, right? How do we do this on purpose? How do we consciously and deliberately give the right orders? How do we impress the ideas we actually want onto our subconscious mind?
Well, the main tool is a technique called autosuggestion. And look, it's not some weird, complicated thing. It's simply the act of suggesting a specific idea to yourself over and over until your conscious mind stops arguing and finally accepts it as true. It's really about being the master gardener of your mind, consciously choosing which seeds you're going to plant.
And here is one of the most powerful techniques to do just that. It's called the mental movie method. First, you quiet your mind. Get into a relaxed, drowsy, sleepy state, because this lowers the resistance from your conscious mind. Second, create a vivid mental movie of the end result you want. Don't worry about the how. Just picture that it's already done. Third, and this is the most important part, you have to feel the reality of it. Feel the joy, feel the relief, feel the gratitude as if it's already happened. And finally, you just release it. You let it go, trusting that you've successfully planted that seed. You know, once you really start to practice these techniques, something profound happens. You realize you're not just a passenger in life, being tossed around by circumstances. You realize you have a treasure house within you, an unbelievable resource you can tap into anytime you want. As Dr. Murphy so perfectly put it, there is a gold mine within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly. All that infinite intelligence and boundless power, it's already there, waiting. You just need to learn how to access it, how to give the right orders to the crew that runs your ship.
Ultimately, it really comes down to this. Applying this knowledge creates two kinds of people. You've got the magnetized person. They're full of confidence and faith. They know they're born to win, so they direct their subconscious towards success, and they move forward in life. And then you have the demagnetized person. They're full of fears and doubts. Their constant orders are things like, I might fail or I'm probably going to lose. And so their subconscious mind, being the faithful servant it is, makes sure they stay exactly where they are.
So, the power is yours. The choice is absolutely yours. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you accept, the feelings you let yourself feel, these are the tools that are building your tomorrow. So as you're drifting off to sleep tonight, when your conscious mind is quiet and your subconscious is wide open, what command will you choose to give it? What new reality will you start to create?